Welcome back. In this new video, I'm going to be sharing a bombshell article that has been published by the New York Times on the occasion of the first anniversary of Mr. Trump's second term in office on January 20. And I want to share this article with you. January 20, 2026 marked the first anniversary in office of Mr. Trump's second term, and the New York Times published a bombshell article revealing that Donald Trump has made at least, listen, $1.4 billion profiting off the White House so far, just 1 year into his presidency. So, Make America First has become Make Me First. This article is stunning. It also is really well done, really well written. Is an amazing interactive article. Nobody should be silent about it. And even if I'm not an American citizen, I'm an Italian, I want to spread the story that has been told by the New York Times, and I'm proud to be a reader, to be a subscriber of the New York Times. And I want to thank the New York Times board who published this incredible piece of free and independent journalism. 1 year ago, Donald Trump took a note to serve the American people. Instead, he has focused on using the presidency to enrich himself. So, how Trump has pocketed $1.4 billion. By the editorial board. The editorial board is a group of opinion journalists whose views are informed by expertise, research, debate, and certain long-standing values. It's separate from the newsroom. President Trump has never been a man to ask what he can do for his country. In his second term and in his first term, he is instead testing the limits of what his country can do for him. He has poured his energy, his creativity into the exploitation of the presidency, into finding out just how much money people, corporations, and other nations are willing to put into his pockets, in hopes of bending the power of the government to the service of their interests. A review by the editorial board, relying on analysis from a news organization, shows that Mr. Trump has used the office of the presidency to make at least $1.4 billion. We know this number to be an underestimate because some of his profits remain hidden from public view, and they continue to grow. The Trump have made at least $23 million from licensing Mr. Trump's name overseas since his re-election. A hotel in Oman, an office tower in Western India, a golf course on the outskirts of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And these are a few of the more than 20 overseas projects the Trump Organization is pursuing, often requiring cooperation with the foreign government. These deals have made millions for the Trump, according to Reuters. And the administration has sometimes treated those same governments favorably. One example, the administration agreed to lower its threatened tariffs on Vietnam about a month after Trump Organization project broke ground on a $1.5 million for complex outside Hanoi. And Vietnamese officials ignore their own laws to fast-track the project. Each stack of bills represents the median household income in the United States, $83,730. Amazon paid far more the rights to Melania than the next higher bidder, and far more than company has previously paid for similar projects, according to the Wall Street Journal. Jeff Bezos, Amazon chairman and one of the world's richest people, has many reasons to curry favor with the administration, including antitrust regulation, Amazon's defense contracts, and its space company federal contracts. Major tech and media companies have paid Mr. Trump $90.5 million in settlement since his re-election. The settlement have come from X, ABC News, Meta, YouTube, Paramount. None of them were justified on the merit. Paramount, for example, agreed to pay the president $60 million for what he claimed was deceptive editing of the 2024 Kamala Harris interview. The editing was a normal part of journalism. 3 weeks later, the Federal Communication Commission approved an $80 billion merger with Skydance. Qatar gave Mr. Trump $400 million jet that he will use as Air Force One while president and plans to take with him after leaving office. Mr. Trump seemed to acknowledge that the gift could influence his treatment of Qatar. "We are going to protect this country," he said in Doha, shortly after Qatar offered the plane. Mr. Trump has said he expects to transfer the plane to his presidential library after leaving office. The Trump have made at least $867 million through various cryptocurrencies. Mr. Trump's sale of crypto has been by far his biggest money maker, according to Reuters. People who hope to influence federal policy, including foreigners, can buy his family coins, effectively transferring money to the Trumps, and the deals are often secret. One that has become public, a United Arab Emirates-backed investment firm, announced plans last year to deposit $2 billion into Trump firm, 2 weeks before the president gave the country access to advanced chips. All told, Mr. Trump has profited from his return to the presidency by an amount of money equal to 6,822 times the median United States household income. Mr. Trump's hunger for wealth is brazen. Throughout the nation's history, presidents of both parties have taken care to avoid even the appearance of profiting from public service. This president gleefully squeezes American corporations, flaunts gifts from foreign government, and celebrates the rapid growth of his own fortune. When President Harry Truman left office in 1953, he did not even own a car. He and his wife returned to Missouri by train and lived for a time on his Army pension. He refused to take any job that regarded as commercializing his public service, explaining, "I knew that they were not interested in hiring Harry Truman, the person, but they wanted to hire was the former President of the United States." Mr. Trump has said that when he leaves office, he plans to take with him 400 million Boeing 747 that was a gift from Qatar, and to display it at his presidential library. This totally focuses on Mr. Trump's documented gains. The $1.4 billion figure is a minimum, not a full accounting. It is probable that Mr. Trump has collected several $100 million in additional profits from his cryptocurrency venture over the past year. The Trumps have acknowledged as much when the Financial Times asked Eric Trump, one of the president's sons, about its estimated value of the family's crypto gains. He said that they were probably even larger than the news organization thought. Our accounting also does not include other ways in which the president has encouraged influence seekers to make donations that benefit him politically, including to his planned White House renovation. During the government shutdown, Mr. Trump even used a private gift to finance his policy priorities, and the president did not behave this way. Mr. Trump was already the wealthiest person to serve as a president of the United States. He began his second term with a large portfolio of real estate holdings and an ownership stake in social media company. Those businesses have benefited from his presidency. His real estate company, for example, is making millions from deals licensing Mr. Trump's name for use of a new project in foreign countries. Even more striking, however, are the enormous profits that the Trump family has reaped by creating and selling cryptocurrencies, allowing Mr. Trump to collect money from those seeking his favor. It's impossible to know how often Mr. Trump makes official decisions, in part or entirely, because he wants to be richer. And that is precisely the problem. A culture of corruption is pernicious because it is not just a deviation from government in the public interest. It is also the destruction of a state's democratic legitimacy. It undermines the necessary faith that representatives of the people are acting in the interest of the people. Aristotle, writing more than 2,000 years ago, so clearly and warned that a government whose leaders worked to enrich themselves might still call itself a republic and might still go through the motion, but when the aim of a government shifts from a public good to private gain, its constitution becomes an empty shell, and the government is no longer for the people. The demands of avarice gradually corrupt the work of a government, and officials facilitate the accumulation of personal wealth. Worse, such a government corrupts the people who live under its rule. They learn by experience that they live in a society where the laws are written by the highest bidder. They become less likely to obey those laws and so to participate in the work of a democracy, speaking, writing, voting, paying taxes. The United States risk falling into this cynical spiral as Mr. Trump hollows out the institution of a government for personal gain. And this is the article I want to share with you because this article needs to be spread, to be, to let so many people to know what is the reality of what is happening right now in the United States. And I want to thank New York Times, the board, for giving us the opportunity to learn this story. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.